Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Align Plans. So today we are going to do a little bit of a journaling session in my traveler's notebook. I wanted to do a couple of entries if I can, and I wanted you to kind of come along because most of you wanted to see another journaling session. I do have a few fountain pens that have some new ink in it, so anything and everything that kind of comes up that is relevant, I'm going to do my best to kind of link it in the description. And without further ado, why don't we just get started with the video, and I'll just put some music on. I might pop in and out periodically, but really I wanted you to just kind of vibe with me and enjoy. Let's get started with my first insert, which is basically my monthly insert from Baumkuchen. I'm using this insert just to kind of add like little daily memories that I kind of wanted to keep track of. So here we are, I'm just doing a little bit of backlogging. I like to keep these spreads relatively simple. I am playing around with the idea of adding small little sketches that are just really relevant to that specific day, rather than just writing. I don't know, I like to find a happy medium between things that we write down versus just how much decoration we add, especially on a monthly spread. And here we are, the ink. This is an epic fail moment. Let's all celebrate that and do a little virtual high five, because for some reason, as I filled up my pens, there must have been air bubbles. I don't know what happened. It didn't end well, hence the toilet paper. It just makes sense, trust me. And recently in one of my hauls, I was able to pick up some washi tapes from Coffee Monsters Co. And actually I picked up two of them. One of them has all the ink bottles. The other one is like the little emojis that are just planning and loving life. And the small stamps are all from Small Things, Eric's Small Things, and you can buy them. I believe they still have them available at Cute Things from Japan. Nevertheless, I think that it adds such a cute little element to the entire spread. And here, once I put down this girl, then you're looking at the finished spread. Onto the craft paper, onto the daily spreads. For this, I'm going to actually use my insert, also from Baumkuchen. This one is called The Journey is the Destination, and it has this beautiful white grid. Like, it's on a craft paper, but it has like this white grid that's set up. And I have to be really careful with the type of pens that I'm using on this particular insert, because I do find that some of my fountain pen inks it gets a little scratchy, so usually I opt for my Sarasas. As we speak, at the time of the recording, I really wanted to create a spread all about March break and all about just when you get sort of hit with everything all at once, and kind of add the decoration that would kind of highlight, you know, both the joys and the frustrations of not being able to be as productive as you hope you would be. So I'm going to be using a lot of cute little elements. And to begin, I'm creating sort of like a spread that kind of creates a bit of a division from my previous days, just because there was quite a break that I took from using this insert, actually. Mainly because I find it a lot easier to write with my fountain pens in both the Common Planner and of course in my Hobonichi. But I still come back to the TN. I do really like it. I do think that I'm going to be picking up more inserts that are just more the Midori paper, like the normal inserts that they have, and I think that will be a little bit more suitable to kind of use my fountain pens on there. So here we're just kind of creating this big template that's sort of like our layout, and this will be like just created on one page before I kind of start writing about all the things. Okay, honestly, this whole spread is actually dedicated to, and I mean, we might actually just create a whole separate video on this, but this whole spread is absolutely dedicated to both the enticement and the temptation that is very relevant for most of us when it comes to buying stationery, buying the things, and feeling like if you don't buy the things, if you don't buy the stickers, if you don't invest in all the things stationary, then somehow you're not going to have enough, or you're missing out. I mean, I feel like this can be like a whole podcast episode all on its own, and I don't even run a podcast, but I think that a lot of us do relate to the idea of we see the shiny thing and we want to invest in it and we want to be associated with it. Whether we end up using it or not, it's kind of secondary. So, and it's kind of funny that in my In the Moment magazine, I found this clipping that says dealing with frustration, and boy, is it ever accurate. to say I do love how the spread ends up turning out. I really love the little sticky over the words dealing with frustration. It's kind of subtle, but then it kind of gets the point across, which is kind of what I like about it the most. Now on to the next spread. This one is going to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to be using a lot of stickers from Ohana Story. I really wanted to kind of use them more in journaling rather than in my planning setup. I do think that it adds like such a cute little personality. And of course I do have some other cute little, these are like more like sticky notes, and I do think that it adds like such a cute little element. I believe these came in like one of the anime themed or kawaii themed boxes that I ordered from Japan before. Nevertheless, they kind of work really well together in my opinion. And if you're a parent and you're watching this week, I feel you. Welcome to March break. Welcome to spring break, whatever you guys call it, wherever you're from. In Canada, we call this March break. And boy, does it take a lot of mental energy out of all of us. So once again, a virtual high five to all parents that have their children around them this week. Kudos to you and a glass of wine. And these are just finished spreads that I have completed. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up, you can subscribe, do all the things, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video.